Show you. I'll show you who's John Boy. uh, Guys, what's happening? We on? Oh, shit. We on? Guys, what's happening? What's happening? It's me, your host, John Boy. What's good, you pieces of shit? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Keep it G-rated, man. You can't be calling your guests and your fans and your subscribers pieces of shit. I can do whatever I want. Guys, what's happening? What's happening? We're back on the channel, back on the live stream, back on the internet. What's good? What's happening? What's happening? Hope you're doing well. Mr. Fool, what's good? You know, Mr. Fool, the funniest part is I did nothing different. I did nothing different. You know, the only thing I'm thinking now, Mr. Fool, is when I go to hit the create stream, I'm thinking that I'm doing it a minute in the past, meaning if I'm coming on at 8:43, I'm sitting there doing my thing, you know, like I always do, Mr. Fool, doing my little cryptocurrency theory thing. And then I actually am setting it for 8:42, and then I go to create the stream, and it's 8:43, so you don't get the notification. So what I'm going to start doing, and I think I just did it today by luck, but realized it after the fact, we're going to start setting the stream farther out in the future, because that's when it's starting. It's not starting in the past. So yeah, we got people rolling down, so people are obviously getting the connection here. So like I said, welcome back, you pieces of shit. Welcome back. Oh, shit. Yeah, real estate's a bit slow. I got a listing that I'm working on. It's been a little bit slow moving. You know, I think we got to price in the repairs a little bit more, but we got a little bit of a timeline I'm working with. That's kind of the thing with these owners is when you're working with for sale by owners and then you finally get the client, then you got to do your best to not offend the client. Like, hey, we might be a little too high on the price, but we're doing good, guys. Real estate is going good. I'm doing a marketing campaign down here in Chula Vista, South San Diego, just because it's convenient to where I'm at here in Mexico. So we're going to be doing a bunch of flyers. I'm going to be getting probably about, I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000 flyers made. We're going to be doing door to door. It seems a bit, you know, a bit old fashioned. Like, dude, you're going to walk door to door and do flyers, but guys, the old stuff works. It's just like building muscles. You guys know how fucking big I got just doing the old school method. So my point is the old school stuff always works. So we're doing a flyer campaign, but we'll jump into the chat here. I don't want to rant too much of my personal endeavors, but nonetheless, we'll get back into the crypto stream here. I got a couple of coins that I threw up there. Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Bitcoin SV. So, you know, we'll look at some coin prices. I want to look at some coin prices against BTC here. Just because we're getting a little bit of action, a little bit, you know, nothing crazy, but we'll do a little bit of prices and check in to see how everybody's doing. I'm glad you guys got the notification. You know, that's been kind of a thing that Mr. Fool has been on for damn near a year, and I think I figured it out. So the next couple streams, let me know if you get the notification, obviously, Mr. Fool. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing here. Yeah, the thing with real estate, guys, and we talk about it here on the channel because I am in the real estate business, surprisingly, even though I'm in the crypto YouTube world here on the channel, is that it doesn't make much sense for an investor to buy an investment property because if you put 20% down, your mortgage is going to be more than you're going to get for the rent. It's just a simple investment that doesn't work. And some knucklehead the other day, you know, towards the end of the stream yesterday, we were talking about me getting a new car. Obviously, guys, I don't buy new cars. I was talking about getting a 528 BMW, which I am going to be buying. I am going to be buying. You guys are going to see it. It's going to be badass. But I'm going to get like a 2019 or 18 or something. Because the thing with BMWs is once they come out of warranty, and I believe it's 6 years, once they become over 6 years old, you can't get financing for them. You know, you can't get traditional financing from a bank. So if you notice, once you get over like 6 years on these cars, the price just drops. I mean, you can get a really good bargain. And so I'm going to be buying a used BMW. And the person was like, "Oh, you're only going to spend $25,000 on a car?" Well, guys, I spent $50,000 damn near on my last Tesla, and look what happened with that piece of shit. It broke twice, and it got to the point where it wasn't even worth repairing, based on the mileage I had. So my point is I'm not gonna buy a freaking depreciating asset like a new car and drive around and have a bunch of fumes in it that are because of the new car, and I'm getting all these cancer-causing materials and all this, that, and the other. Not to mention I'm losing money. That's the main thing. I never buy a new car, guys. I never have. Why? Why would an investor in the right mind buy a new car? If I wanted to drive a brand new car, I wouldn't even buy it. I would lease it and I would write off the loss on my taxes. That would be the way I would do it if I had to have a new car, which I do not. I do not. There's nothing wrong with buying a used car, guys. You save a ton of money. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Fool, the thing is all cars are pieces of crap, okay? They're all just mechanical pieces of garbage at the end of the day, BMW included. The only reason I like BMW, guys, is because of the ride. If you've ever driven a BMW, you know what I mean. And after driving a Tesla for the last 5 years and driving, Mercedes and BMWs, I told you guys I worked at a Mercedes dealership as a valet. So I used to drive brand new Mercedes, and I wasn't impressed. And a lot of people from the Mercedes dealership, when the old Mercedes used to come in, like the 97s and before, we referred to those as the real Mercedes because they kind of changed their production. They started manufacturing, I don't know, in Mexico or somewhere locally. But Mercedes are good cars too. I'm just, I'm more of a BMW guy. So obviously we got people in the chat. Obviously you guys got the notification. Thank you for Mr. Fool for reminding us that nobody's getting that notification. So we appreciate that. If you guys are in the channel, throw it in, say hello, say hi, say what's on your mind. We're always down to, we're gonna go through some predictions, James. We're gonna go to James McMahon. Are you McMahon, Vince McMahon from a while ago? I don't know what happened to him. He used to come into the chat all the time, but since the price of Bitcoin Cash dropped, he stopped coming by. So let me just fix one thing here. Get to the stream here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. It's always good to see everybody in the chat here when we're doing our thing. So, anything on anybody's mind, drop it in the channel. I'd love to hear about it. Love to hear everybody's what's on their mind, Drop it in the channel. This channel, guys, is all about you. Okay, it's not all about me just coming on here and hogging the airtime. If you got something on your mind, drop it in the channel. We will discuss it. We'll look at Digibyte too. I know a lot of people have been, Digibyte has been this coin that I made videos about that have gotten a lot more views and a lot more action than I thought. And I did not realize how many people are in Digibyte and holding Digibyte and still supporting Digibyte despite the fact that it's not like a top 100 coin. It's not like a top 100 coin right this second. But people are looking at it, people are buying it, and it's not just me. I want to see what Digibyte is before we even get into the stream. Yeah, so it's 316. So it's down there on the ranks, but it's been one of these videos that I made months ago, even years ago, and they're just getting a lot of freaking views. And I don't know why. I guess there's just a big community out there, Digibyte holders, that are still supporting this coin. I know the main developer creator, he kind of left, but that's not always a bad thing. We saw that with Dogecoin too, and look, those founders feel good, especially after hitting 200,000% up last bull run. Dogecoin hit, I think, 200 and something thousand% up. I know somebody in the chat's gonna be like, dude, you sold at 2 cents. Hey guys, hey, I don't always feel like a fucking genius too, I don't always feel like a genius too. Sometimes I sell too early. Sometimes I bust my nut too early too, but it's just the way it goes. It's the way the cookie crumbles every once in a while. So, you can't get them all. Nor can you fuck them all. That's what we say here on the channel. So guys, let's jump in here. Dogecoin, BCH, Zcash, ETC are corrected by Digibyte, DigiShield Tech. I think the thing with Digibyte is they use a lot of their mining is derived from a bunch of different coins, like their mining tech. Drop it in the comments, Silence Man. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what I read. Sold most of my Solana for Sui. I'm still heavy on Zcash and will not let one go. Wonton, what's good, guys? Sui's up. I hope you sold your Solana for Sui like a week ago, because I think I looked at Sui and it's up like, I don't know, 30 or 70% for the week. You know, these are big numbers we're throwing out there, guys, but in the crypto world, it doesn't really mean a lot. So I hope you did that, like, not now, but if you did, you know, you just have to hang in there. Maybe we'll keep going up. There's a lot of YouTubers promoting a lot of different things, guys, and don't be fooled. They are getting paid to do so. They do not have their intentions in the right place for a lot of the time. So Sui's up 46%. Popcat, Stay, BitTensor. You know, a lot of these coins, guys, I'm going to be honest here. I feel like when they go up, people are moving their money into them as they're already up. Okay, and I know we talk about this constantly on the channel, but the funniest part is how accurate we are on that notion a lot of times. We know that people jump into these as they get the 40-50% up, and I just say why. You know, I don't want to ever understand. I mean, I do understand you guys want to get in on it, but I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to jump into something that is like up 50% for the week or 70% for the week, because there was nothing different fundamentally in that coin a week prior, you know, or a month prior or anything like that. It's the same thing with Solana. We saw like a lot of people jump into Solana at like $180, and it was just kind of not really funny because those people got wrecked by 40-50% when they jumped in at 200. But it kind of was funny because we knew it was happening. You always see these marketing campaigns on YouTube as the prices are already up. Like, who's jumping in on WorldCoin? You know, is anybody jumping in on WorldCoin? I guess, like, if we look at the graph here, not the coin, the graph, we look at the graph, like, this would be the time, you know, like, I don't think anybody's buying WorldCoin, but I'm saying, like, hypothetically, in a world of crypto, it would make sense to jump into WorldCoin now if you wanted to get your eyes scanned and if you wanted to support that AI dude. I forget his name. I'm not really a fan of him, to be honest. I'm not really a fan of this guy. I forget his name. The AI guy. There's so many of them. What is his name? Somebody throw it in the chat here. Well, WorldCoin developer, creator. Can't believe I forgot his name. Sam Altman. So if you guys are a big supporter of Sam Altman, because essentially this coin fundamentally is a coin created by an individual which has all the principles of a coin that is, I hate to say it, but controlled. You know, they were giving these coins away to people in Africa to get their retina scanned. I don't know what the deal was behind that, but it was some ridiculous amount. I mean, I think it was like 11 cents they were doing at the time of the coin price when it was down. They were doing it back here during the bear market where they were giving a whole bunch of African people, maybe it was 11 bucks, I don't know, 11 cents, 11 bucks, probably 11 bucks. And all these people were getting their eyes scanned. I didn't understand it. You know, I don't really understand it. I made a little Wojak cartoon based on it. If you guys are interested, go back and watch it. WorldCoin, or Wojak discovers WorldCoin. We do a little video on it. It didn't get too much hits, but you know, a lot of these videos I make don't. But anyway, so WorldCoin. My point is like, from the perspective of a crypto trader who trades every once in a while, you know, this price is putting us back here on WorldCoin back in last November. So, I mean, are we going to go up 600 or 500%? I don't know. You know, nothing's for sure in crypto, but I would say, like, if you're looking at coins like this, now, don't buy coins that are, like, super, super up, right? And some of these coins are. I mean, again, not dogging you. I don't know where you bought it, but, you know, maybe it'll go up more. You know, maybe it'll go up another 76% or 46%. But from what my experience has told me, I never jump in on a coin that is up because, again, you get people talking about it, telling you to buy when it's 76% up or 46% up. And like, yeah, if we're in a bull market, that's great. It's going to keep going up. But if we retract just this week's gain, you're down 50% almost. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make a lot of sense. You know, I try to find coins that are at the bottom, not on their way up, right? And again, not dogging you, not saying that you're gonna, you know, make a bad investment here. I'm just going off my experience because that's all I got. You know, I don't have much more to go on here. So what's up, guys? Talk to me. I see a lot of people are coming into the chat. We love that here on the channel. So I'll drown myself in a little bit of coffee here. We might get into something worth talking. Hey, silence man. Proof of work, purely decentralized, no ICO, no CEO, no bankruptcy. The real coin, other than I like your style, man. Silence man. What's good, Alan, my dude? Shout outs to Alan. We're glad Alan's here, guys. We got both moderators in the house, so we only got two, and they're in the house. So watch what you say here. Sold most of my. No friend, it's called DigiShield, which prevents any proof of work chain to freeze from unexpected hash power. Just Google DigiShield. That's cool. Talk XPR. Have I talked? I don't. XPR. What is that? What is that? Am I talking XPR? Proton. Yeah, I've never talked about it. I don't know anything about it. We can take a look at it, Alan, just because it's good to see you, Alan. Great to see you, by the way. By the way, something big is probably happening in the background because almost my entire broad for 23. I don't understand that, Mr. Bull. Can you say that again here? So we got people rolling in the chat here, so I guess maybe I should get something going here. I don't know if we will here, because when the moderators speak, I listen. And welcome, Silence. Appreciate you updating us on DigiByte. I wasn't aware. So let's look at some prices, guys. We saw a little bit of an action yesterday on, first let's jump into stocks, not because I'm interested, but because it might be relevant to take a look. We saw a bunch of stocks go up yesterday that were like all Chinese. I don't know if you saw. Let's see if those kind of simmered down a bit. Looks like they came down a little bit. JD.com. Alibaba. So coming down a bit, but they really went up yesterday quite well, guys. And when we see double digits on major stocks like Alibaba, Nio, Baidu, I mean, these are big market caps, guys. Okay, like these are not little stocks that have no volume. These are major Chinese stocks, and we saw that happen yesterday. So we kind of played off that narrative kind of into the day. I didn't see really a lot of action out of crypto in terms of like, you know, a 20% pump in Neo or, you know, something like, you know, VeChain or something going up. We saw it go up a bit, but it wasn't like, you know, there was not any kind of major pump. There was no, you know, we saw the crypto or the stocks go up yesterday, like I said, but we didn't really see, you know, we didn't see crypto follow its suit. And that's kind of what I was waiting for. If I didn't see crypto follow its suit, it's like, well, what are we really talking about? We're just kind of speculating, which is fine. You know, which is fine. We can do that. But let's see here. So we're at 2.24 trillion market cap. And we're eyeing the day here, guys. I believe it's, what is the day here? The 25th, so we got our boy CZ getting out on Sunday. So I'm kind of curious, you know, I'm still kind of playing into that. That's what I've been talking about here on the channel is like, are we going to see some type of rally in some of these Asian cryptos? Is China going to pump, you know, VeChain? Is China going to pump Neo? Is it going to be in line with this kind of systematic pump we saw in the stock market? I don't know, you know, I don't know, but it's worth something talking about. I mean, CZ has been the number one guy for crypto exchanges. I mean, Binance, if you guys don't know, they have the most licenses out of any crypto exchange known to man. It's like Tesla's going up a little bit still. I think it's about 18% up. So Crypto is volatile, guys. Not gonna lie. We saw ETC go up. I saw Litecoin kind of jump up, but nothing, no breakouts. We're still on that weak chart. WEEK, WEAK. We could use that word interchangeably, perhaps, where the market is currently sitting, because we're at like a mark here where the week is just kind of like we're looking like we're breaking out, but we're not. You know what I mean? Like if we went down 5%, we're back down here on a variety of coins. Dude, why are you looking at BSB? It's a scam. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. So if you think that, leave the chat now, because you're stupid. But we're not seeing a major breakout. I mean, I guess maybe we are on some of these coins. I mean, to be fair, last week we were saying, watch coins like the graph, watch these coins that were in people's, eye view in 2021, and these were the coins, and they just completely cratered. I mean, they have to almost go up like 20x to put some of these back in the green, which is absolutely insane. Because back at my old job, I know people for a damn fact were buying these coins. The Graph, Algorand, Salana, these were popular coins during the last bull run. And we don't talk about them a lot here on the channel. I don't know a lot about them because they don't have tokenomics, guys. They don't have the stuff that guarantees that they're going to be around 10 years from now, 20 years from now. They just don't. I'm not saying they're not going to go up. They might go up way more than the coins that we're talking about here on the channel. I'm not saying they're not. I'll be the first one to tell you. The coins that I talk about, I know they're going to be around, but I don't know that they're going to go up the most. You know what I mean? Valenti, what's good? I look like annoying man, but just compare Doge to BTC, Digibyte to BTC chart. They're exactly the same. All right, we'll check that out. We'll check that out because that interests me a bit. So guys, if you're not subscribed, check us out here on the channel. We are doing our thing here pretty much all the time. I would open that chart up on, what is it? TradingView, but we get so many things on there telling me to join their site, do this, do that. It's not really worth it. So we'll just do a little bit of quick here because I like looking at charts against Bitcoin. That's the most exciting part because if we ever do even get to see just a minor breakout, it doesn't even have to be a fully recovered breakout. You guys have no idea. Well, some of you do. You guys have no idea of what that is going to do for the crypto market. The gains that are going to come are going to be so insane. So yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah. I see what you're saying here. Let's look at the year chart here. All right. I mean, yeah, it kind of does. I'm not gonna lie. There are a lot of coins that kind of look like this, though. I mean, Digibyte against the BTC chart is looking like not good, and I don't want to say that. Like, let me reiterate the not good, the not good thing, as I'm doing my little Austin Powers fingers here. When we start seeing these graphs look a bit shaky, right? But we have the guarantee of the mining. We have the guarantee that they're not going to be inflated. A lot of times we'll see these candles, and I'm going to pull up ETC to kind of illustrate what I'm talking about here. So just follow me here. We saw this in Ethereum Classic, okay? Now, it happened. It's not a matter of did it happen. It happened. It happened right here. Okay, from March 15, 2021 to 2 months later, we saw a massive, massive jump, like a 10x, really. It's a 10x, 0.0002, 0.002. We saw a 10x climb right here on Ethereum Classic. And sure, one could say, well, it never went up back to where it was. Like, okay, do you think anybody gave a fuck if they got in anywhere down here? This is just on BTC chart, guys. So just to let you know, this is not, we're not looking at dollars here. Okay, if we looked at dollars, it's going to be a lot more obvious to you. We'll do it for you in case you're just checking the chat. You don't know what it is that we're talking about. So my point is back to DigiByte. There it is right there. Look at that. Holy fuck. Can you imagine getting in on that? I was here, guys. I went in luckily down here with a commission check I got from a real estate transaction, and fuck, man, it was the best performing coin of the year that cycle. But my point is back to DigiByte is if DigiByte starts looking shaky on the BTC graph, that can easily, guys, switch to the upside. I mean, like, I can't try to stress that enough, that the graphs appear a certain way for a long period of time until they just simply don't, and that's what we saw with Ethereum Classic. That's what we're going to see in a variety of different coins. It's not going to just be one coin. So let's pull up some of the gainers that we're seeing that people are talking about. I think, what was it, Stewie you were talking about one time? So, like, we also look at these newer coins, and we also don't know, like, where they're really at this, because they haven't been around long enough to really give us any kind of indication of what is going to happen here on the channel. We don't really have the idea. So we'll look at Doge. And a lot of the reason, guys, I want to be clear, a lot of the reasons I look at World Coin Index is because it's so user-friendly. I mean, look at this. And I know exactly what I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I know exactly what you're insinuating here, Simon. And it's a really, really, really good point. Okay? Because what you're insinuating is that's the Dogecoin chart you remember on BTC. Is that what you're thinking? That's what I'm thinking. That's why when I sold up here, I thought I was good. I thought I was actually doing pretty damn good until that happened. And guys, if you're just tuning into the chat, we know people are rushing down there, rushing to the chat as fast as they possibly can to get down here. We are not looking at charts against dollars today. Okay, we're looking at charts against BTC. That way you can see what might be in the future here in terms of gains. So, like, what Silence Man is saying is, like, that is what we remember for Dogecoin, right? So people, like, everybody says, oh, dude, you sold way too early, but on the fucking 6-year chart, I mean, I feel like I did pretty good, I feel like I did pretty good. Nobody knew Doge was going to go as high as it did, guys. I mean, like, seriously. The people that jumped in on Doge here just got fucking lucky. All right. Maybe there were people, obviously, there's people holding, but it's probability, guys. It's odds. What are the odds? When you sell a coin 500-600% up, you think you're pretty satisfied until you see, looking back on what it could have been. And as you guys know, I've done the video. It was $2.2 million US worth of theoretical unrealized gains. And I know some people in the chat are sitting there laughing their ass off going, dude, you're stupid. But did you guys, are these same people, did these people see this coming? No, they didn't. They did not see this coming. And nor did the founders of Dogecoin see this coming. Or don't you think they would still be holding? Don't you think they would, obvious, when we talk about obvious things here, if I knew Dogecoin was going to go 250,000% up on the US dollar appreciation amount, don't you think I would have held? And if you're sitting there wondering, that answer for you guys and girls is yes. Obviously. I sold too early. I sold too early. And it happens. It's going to happen to you, likely. It's going to happen to you, likely. You guys think that I'm the only dumb on the internet. But we're going to find that a lot of people are going to sell these coins out too early, especially in a bull run. Because the thing you guys don't realize, a lot of people, some of you do, some of the chosen ones do, like Alan and Mr. Full and Silent Man. Yeah, you got it. We understand this dynamic. You're not going to catch the massive gain every fucking time. Okay? And you shouldn't worry about it if you don't, because there's always opportunity in a lot of these coins, guys. And if you can catch 700% gains, 1200% gains, if you can catch a 20x, think of yourself as just fucking badass. All right, I'm happy for you. I hope every one of your coins goes to 20x, 40x. But it goes down to me, guys. It goes down to probabilities. What are the chances of every single coin that I have in my bag doing the fucking 20 to 40x? It's not realistic to think. I'd rather clip the gains out early, reinvest later on. Because the crypto market, guys, always balloons up. It bubbles up, the bubble pops, and then it bubbles up again. So you're constantly trying to find yourself in that bottom bubble pop, right? Like that's kind of the whole idea here. We try to buy coins low. We try to capture as much gains as we can, and then we try to come in at a low point. And a lot of people joke, on the channel, Dash is dead, Zcash sucks. Fuck you, F you, F you, all these derogatory marks towards the fact that I'm just trying to get you guys at the end of the day to see opportunity. I don't give a fuck if you like BSV or not. I don't care if you like Zcash or not, or Dash. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. My point is, guys, let's just say hypothetically these coins go back to where they were somewhere last bull run, right? What am I thinking? Dogecoin. Let's pull up old Dasharoo. The thing is, guys, is the coins that I'm telling you to buy are not like memes. Okay, it's not like I'm telling you guys to look into memes, look into meme tokens to determine your fate. Look into Bonk token to write your future. Guys, these tokens, a lot of times that people on the internet are telling you to buy, we used to look at them at Coin Market Cap, but they took the feature off. If you go back and you watch my Crypto GPT Fetch.ai are scams, you'll see exactly the function that they've taken off of Coin Market Cap. A lot of these coins and tokens do not have a finite supply, meaning the development team can inflate the prices. They can basically just steal your value by inflating the price of their token. And a lot of people, that went right over their head, but meaning it doesn't matter what the token price is if the development team can take the value from it. Who cares? Who cares if a token is 10 cents or $100 if the value can be manipulated? It's just like your US dollars, guys. You go into the grocery store, you spend $100, you get back into the DeLorean, and you go back 5 years, that same $100 is not going to get you the same goods and services. But in the sense of crypto, it could get you more or less tokens depending on how the development team inflates the price. That is why I tell you 9 times out of 10, at least the coins we're talking about here on the channel, that cannot be done. Okay, that cannot happen. So it's pretty valuable information. So my point is, guys, is like, let's look around here. Like, let's say Dash never goes back up to $1,500. Okay, that's great. That's fine. That's great. That's fantastic. But let's say it goes back up to 400. What is that? Let's say it goes to 500. Let's say it does a 20x, and it just happens to go back to $500. A lot of people will say, dude, that's never going to happen. Why would that happen now? Well, guys, let's look at the chart here. I'm not telling you to go out and run and buy Dash. I'm just trying to tell you there might be opportunity in some of this stuff. It went from $10 in December of 2016 to $1,600, $1,500 a year later. Okay. So, you hear that redneck laugh, but it's true. Like, it's possible. It went from, let me repeat that. Dash went from $10 US in 2016 up to almost $1,500 US a year later. Well, what's the difference? Oh, well, there is no difference. The thing is people just claim to know it all in crypto, like myself, and a lot of times we don't know anything. This was after Dash climbed from under $1 up to 10 US dollars. So 10x from there. A 1x, or a 6x. So how many times does a coin have to climb before you guys start buying into what I'm saying? It's like, I don't care if you buy Dash. I really don't. I don't care if you guys go buy Bonk token and WIF and all these stupid tokens that have no capped supply. There's absolutely nothing keeping the dev team from devaluing your token. It's not happening here on the channel, guys. That's the difference. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to see is at least the stuff we're talking about has stuff written in the protocol to not allow that to happen. I don't care if Dash goes down to $1. It's been at $1 before and it went up to $1,500. So, take it with a grain of salt, guys. I'm not sitting here telling you Dash is going to go up to $1,500, but I am not ruling out the fact that it could possibly go much higher. Could go much higher very quickly. It went from $10. I'll repeat it again. It went from $10 in 2016 to $1,500 1 year later. And before I take that swig of coffee, let's just for shits and giggles look at what that did on the BTC price. Uh-oh. I mind fucked you again. Uh-oh. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Boom. Look at that rise on Bitcoin. Holy fuck. That's not dollars. That is BTC, ladies and gentlemen. I bet if I switch to Ethereum, it's going to give us a totally different scale. Look at this. That's why I keep telling you guys, the market trading pairs are undeniable when we're talking about how this is going to play out. It's unfucking deniable. Look at that. Oh shit. I would say Dash hadn't done that good against Ethereum, but let's look at it at dollars again. Holy fuck. So I like to have a couple of those what if factors, guys. I mean, like, nothing is for sure. Every coin that is in the top of your screen could go to fucking zero. But I'm not betting on that. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think you should think that either. My point is that it does make sense, at least here on the channel, for us to not think that it could happen, right? A lot of people are ruling a lot of these coins out, but a lot of these people are saying these coins were going to go to zero fucking 5 years ago. So they were wrong then, and they could be wrong now and into the future. That's all I'm saying. So it makes sense from my crypto perspective, especially after missing those gains on Dogecoin, those 2 million US, 2.2 million US dollars I missed on Dogecoin had I just held another month and a half, shows you how quick crypto gains can roll in. So are these going to happen with meme tokens? Maybe. Am I going to be there experiencing them? No. Am I going to be watching them happen and still having the same thought process on this? Yes, because I always fall back on the math. I keep telling you about here on the channel. I don't care if a token goes up 1,000,000,000%. If it's not based on any math, guys, it's not based on the fact that there is stuff like mining, like node operators, like a finite supply, a diminishing circulating supply coming into circulation. I don't care if the coin goes up forever. Because when people start buying that coin that's going up forever, people will realize very quickly how fast those coins come down. And a lot of people don't realize that. I know we're digressing to back where we were last March, but we saw this with meme tokens. We saw people pile into these meme tokens at all-time highs. And I can guarantee you guys, nobody made money. Because those thresholds based on the math, based on the order books that are on the exchanges built out mathematically by the development teams, as people come into these and hit certain thresholds, those tokens go down. It's basic math, guys. It's just math that we're not able to understand in the moment because we're so caught up on hype. That's why I keep telling you guys here on the channel, the tokens we're talking about, the coins that we're talking about, they're not even tokens, other than maybe 2 of them. They're based on math, okay? And I'd rather trust the math rather than trusting somebody's word on why their coin or their token is going to make me rich. I'll trust the math. My tokens and coins might not be up as much as all these artificially grown tokens. When I look at these tokens that have been artificially grown, I can also in my head know that there is nobody in them other than wash orders, other than manipulation, other than the development team increasing the supply or decreasing the supply to make the price look up. Look at Hex. Do you guys think anybody in Hex made money? No, Richard Hart. No, Richard Hart. The only person that made money in Hex was Richard Hart. And we see that from the graph. We'll show you here, guys, to give you guys a very clear representation of what it is that we're talking about. Because I don't like to just talk about stuff. I like to prove to you what it is. Look at that. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, nobody's making money off Hex, guys. No one. And the reason nobody made money on Hex, and I'm going to break this scam down for you very, very quickly so you guys understand what we're talking about. You see this gain right here? And one might say, well, hey, Chadwick, if I got in down here at a fourth of a penny and I sold at 40 cents, I made money. No, 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 because here's what happened. Everybody came in here, all the way up. The problem is nobody was able to sell their coins at this point, other than Richard Hart. So my point is this whole thing is irrelevant because as tokens became able to be sold, as they were unlocked, similar to how a stock happens when it has a lockup period from private investment, this never happened. This price never existed. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand on a lot of these tokens. This was the real price right here. This shit show that everybody lost money on. And that's why Richard Hart is being indicted by the SEC. And that is why this token that was based on false promises, based by a fat-ass dude with high blood pressure shaking his ass on camera wearing a Gucci suit, went to this price. It never went there. That's what you guys have to understand is what you're seeing on the surface layer is not reality. That's why I keep telling you, don't look at the graphs all the time to determine your future. Look at tokenomics. Look at the math. 9 times out of 10, you'll find that a lot of these tokens, while they're up at these higher prices, you cannot get out of them. Fuck trading them. You can't even sell them. You can't swap them. You can't go into a different coin. We saw this most recently as Salana hit $175 upwards to $200. What were we talking about here on the channel? If you guys were watching, you know. We were talking about how from $175 on Salana to upwards to $200, how everybody was buying. Yet when you went to go use the wallets on various wallet supports, like Exodus Wallet, others, what were we seeing? We were seeing the Salana network is currently not working, meaning you cannot send, receive Salana tokens, nor can you swap Salana tokens. And this happened from a magnified standpoint on the meme tokens that were trading on Salana. Meaning this happened on Salana, yes, but it was a magnified experience on the meme tokens built on the Salana blockchain. My point is, guys, is just because a token is up thousands of percent, it doesn't matter if it's up 1,000,000% if nobody can get out of it, if nobody can trade it, if nobody can swap it, if you're not able to send it to get out of it to an exchange. It does not matter. It doesn't matter at all. And we saw that from Hex. Yeah? You guys with me here? All right. A bit of a rant, but I think a bit of truth as well. Welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome to Cryptocurrency Theory. Drop it in the channel. We'll do a little Q&A before we wrap it up here. Obviously, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SB are in the title. And that's because they're doing pretty damn good. You know, we're not doing pretty bad. We're doing pretty good. So we talk about it. We are live here, guys. We are live on the channel. We are live on the channel. You were right, Mr. Fool. You were right. You were right. XMR does not have a finite supply. You were right on that. I don't know what's going on with Terranode, but I do know Terranode is spelled with an E, not an A. Taranode seems like an individual. Just kidding. I stuck at spelling too. It's okay. Pepe, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. All right, so what are you guys saying? What are you guys saying here? You're right. Every 10% of every block of Dash goes to the team to dump. That is thing. You know, here's the thing, guys. It's not every coin is perfect. Not every coin is perfect. Okay, and we've seen that play out. I'm not telling you that every coin I'm talking about here on the channel is like set to be the end all be all in crypto. You are right about that. You are right about the pre-mine with Dash. You are right about the 10%. I get it. But you can also bet Dash to do stuff like marketing. If you have one Dash, you guys can bet a proposal. The Dash DAO will vote on that proposal, and that's a pretty cool thing too. It's the first DAO that was ever made. And I hear what you're saying, Silence Man. I hear what you're saying. But I would say, you know, Ethereum Classic had a double spend attack. You know, we were getting a hash war of double spend back in 2020, and then look, a year later, it was the top performing coin in the bull run. So I hear what you're saying. It's hard to navigate all the complexities of every single coin. But for the general purposes of this channel, guys, we're not trying to capture the very top. We're not trying to capture the very bottom. We're just trying to invest in coins that we think might have opportunity. The key word there is might. None of this is for sure, guys. Go back and watch my video from yesterday morning. None of this is for sure. And Estrada, thank you, my dude. Because Dash does look a lot like BCH. We're not going to pull that up just because we're at the end of the stream, but Dash Coin and Bitcoin Cash have a similar graph. We'll end it on there, guys. I appreciate everybody coming down. I love you guys for coming, guys and girls. Hey, appreciate you guys coming down to the stream. We'll talk to you soon. We'll end it on a high note. Take care now.